All right, everyone, we're live. And today he'll be back on the screen soon. Today we have Kenny, Daniel from Ghana, and we have Kun Lee. Let's see, we are right now streaming on, 1 second. Want to make sure that we're streaming on all the platforms. All righty. Well, Kun Lee, we're waiting on
Yeah,
while we're waiting on Mr. Kenny to arrive, to come back.
yeah.
Uh,
So
what's going on out there in Nigeria?
yeah, very busy place when it comes to. We have a lot of producers from this part of the world. It's rated as one of the three largest film producing countries in the world. That's after the US and India. So there's a lot. The it's called Nollywood. That's the name of the industry. It's, it's called Nollywood. So a lot of producers, they produce a lot of great movies, and they are very
Hmm.
popular. Yeah, they have a lot of names, people that actors and actresses.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's Nigeria is busy when it comes to movies, home videos. Home videos are not so popular now. People go more into the theaters. Producers are now producing feature movies for the theater. So
Really?
that's how it goes here. That's how it is here. It's quite busy. Yeah,
Okay.
the movie space is very busy.
So that's
Film industry is very
Right.
busy. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, yeah. We're talking of it. Yeah,
I'm really I can't wait to connect with a lot more of the producers out there to kind of give them the opportunity to be able to kind of come over
Hello.
here, bring their movies out here to the US. Hi, Kenny. How are you? We were looking for you for a minute.
The network is breaking out.
Oh, it's still breaking up.
yeah. So Nollywood is very popular, and we
Yeah.
have some Ghanaian actors, and they feature in some of the movies. They were very popular a while ago. Some Ghanaian they feature in some of our Nollywood movies. We
Yeah.
have a lot of them.
So the Nollywood movies there,
Yeah.
I would love to be able to I guess that's one thing that we're working on. Some of the producers, if they're not on YouTube, I know a lot of them have a hard time to switch over. The switch over is hard because being over in a new switch
Mm,
over to Roku, I mean, if they're not already not there.
mm,
But if they are interested to ever moving over or coming over to Roku and they're just wanting to build their followers and at least be able to be promoted to United States as well, you know,
mm.
I would love to be able to talk to them too. I didn't realize that Nigeria was one of the largest places that have in Africa that have Nollywood. Can you hear us, Kenny?
Yeah.
Yes,
You hear us?
I
Good,
can.
good, perfect. Yeah, I didn't realize Nollywood was one of the as big as it was with producing movies and things. Didn't realize that.
Ah,
So
yeah. They produce tons of movies. Yeah,
okay.
tons of movies.
So
Yeah.
so so I guess let's compare it to Ghana. How is it in out there in Ghana? Out there with you?
Well, uh, Okay, so I'm Nigerian and I'm part of the Nollywood industry, but I
Okay.
reside here and I also make films here as well. So what is Nollywood is the, I think if not second largest film industry in the world.
Mm, yeah, that's true. That's
Okay,
correct.
I think we have Nollywood, we have Bollywood and Nollywood, but Nollywood
Bollywood,
currently in terms of
yeah.
production is the largest. So Ghana has Gollywood, right? And Gollywood is hiding under the auspices of Nollywood because almost all of the Nollywood stars and producers were bettered from Nollywood. So like I'm Nigerian and I'm here in Ghana making films. I'm Nigerian. So many Ghanaian filmmakers are actually Nigerians,
Okay.
right? And the
Okay.
reason why most, so let's say Nollywood made, I won't say, yeah, Nollywood is making the Ghana film industry visible.
Hmm.
So it's like it's intertwined.
So let me ask you something. So what is it? Why is it that it's so big there? Like, is it like do because I know here in the United States, it's big here too now. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of movies in the entertainment and thing. But like I know, and everybody have a story to tell. But is it,
Right.
I guess out there, is it the same value? Like, do people use it to want to be able to use it to make money from it? I mean, what's the purpose? Or is it why is it such a big thing out there? What's the drive behind it? Is it just that they want to tell a story?
Should I respond?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Whoever.
Okay. So you must understand that Nigeria is the most populous black nation in the world.
Hmm.
Are you aware of that?
No. I'm not. I'm just
Okay. So you need to know. So Nigeria has a population of over 200 million, close to 300 million black people. You can't find, there's
oh,
no place in the surface of the earth you're going to find a people, 300 of over 200 million black people in the world except Nigeria. Do you
wow.
understand? Yeah. So if you have over 200 million black people who are Nigerians, then you will understand that most black Americans or black Europeans, elsewhere will want to associate themselves with
Right.
a people of influence. Do you understand? Now, in Africa, we have corrupt leadership. So people are going through a whole lot. Just imagine, I hear and see what Donald Trump is doing in the US. So imagine we having like thousands of Donald Trump kind of person in Africa. So there's a whole lot going on in Africa. So one of the ways to keep us in check, for us not to go crazy, for us not to lose our mind because of bad leadership, is entertainment.
Right. Right.
You understand? And in keeping ourselves to check with entertainment, we're not going to feed our mind with the Chinese film or the American film because it doesn't resonate with our culture.
Right. Right.
You understand? So there are lots of film producers, who are making movies to entertain Africans, and or let's say Nigerians. And so, in as much as we're making this film, it becomes passion and it becomes a love for the art. So, not too many people actually is making money from it because the goal is to entertain. Do you
Right.
understand? And when you get the visibility, you feel blessed. It is
Right.
now that we have the streaming platforms like YouTube, Facebook, monetized platforms that people are actually beginning to make so much money from it.
Right. That's just like an
And the original goal is
I'm
yes,
sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. So I guess by the platforms that's out now, that's actually just an added, probably just an added plus to what you're doing. But really, that's not
Yes,
the purpose of it, though. But it just so happened to be, if it happens, it's great, though, right?
you're
But
right.
I guess because there's I guess, is there some places, is it easy to make a movie out there? Are there some places out there that makes it more difficult than others? I mean, I know here it can become expensive to be able to make a movie. To film, you have to have certain requirements and certain film, certain, cameras and things. So is that the same scenario there? I mean, I know for my platform, for Roku, we I do suggest, or because it's just for viewership, for people to be able to watch it globally around the world, you have to have the right type of camera. But since they're not always using the TV platforms and maybe
Mhm.
using YouTube. And so what I mean, is it easier to create films out there because of
So
that reason? They
so
don't.
it still depends. It still depends because your audience, your target audience, will determine the kind of film you want to produce. So if I'm not producing for Netflix or for Amazon Prime, right? I
Mhm.
don't have to begin to look for a high spec equipment to make Netflix standard when I know I'm not pitching for Netflix. And
Right,
also, it also depends on your budget as well. So nothing is difficult and nothing is easy,
right,
right?
right.
So I'm out here in Africa, or let's say Nigeria or Ghana, when you have a budget, right? You work with your budget. So if you let's say you have like $2,000, for instance, and you begin to say you want to feature, uh okay, one of our icons here is Pete Edochie. I don't know if you know him. Pete Edochie is a veteran, right? He's a veteran actor. He's expensive. So if I have $2,000 and I want to get Pete Edochie in my film, he charges so much. So even if I'm able to afford Pete Edochie, the question is, do I have the right equipment to film with Pete Edochie? You
Mhm,
understand?
mhm.
So if your budget is low, you need to, work with you need to work within your budget. So if I'm working within my budget, it's not expensive, but it's also not gonna be easy because no good work is actually easy.
Right,
But
right.
budget wise, you work within a budget. So most people who make film out here in Africa, they work within the budget. Both the high, uh, the big budget films
Mhm.
and the low budget films.
Okay,
Yeah, usually.
okay. So that's kind of similar to how it is everywhere, or like how it is here. I guess it's just dependent, cultures, countries different like that.
Mhm.
But I think that's interesting though, because I think that our goal for the United States of where we are, how we actually make movies, why the reason why we make movies are very different for what where the reasons that out in your country why they do it here. We do it because I believe, and this is just me, and maybe I may get backlash for this, but I think that our reason for making film may not be um as the same. I don't know, just different. I think that we somewhat can be spoiled, put it that way. So it's like considering to what the considering how things are out there. So you guys do it to tell a story, also to change your focus, to change your mind, to take it away from negativity or the things that's happening and surrounding around you. Here in the United States, where our I mean, true, Trump may be there now, but he wasn't always, you know. So the many of the reasons, true, may some people may have, of course people may have a story to tell, but at the same time they also, the reasons that they do it are just less serious as it would be for how people what people focus on out there in Nigeria or in other countries that are more oppressed than the United States. you know. I see. I noticed his stream is coming back now. I think it's a bad connection. I mean, what do you think, Kunle? Do you think that is because? Do you think that sometimes United States out here that we could be a little spoiled?
Can you repeat that again?
Huh? Do you think out here in the United States we could be a little spoiled? When I say spoiled, maybe like take for granted that's the word I'm trying to say. Take for granted of the things and the processes and the access that we have out here, considering what other countries may that are more oppressed than what we are out here. Do you think sometimes we may take it a little bit
So what I think is, is it- well, in terms of the equipment and everything, I think the US has all it takes. Yeah, the US has all it takes when it comes to all this filming equipment. And is that what you're
right,
saying? Yeah, because if it's ranked as the country is ranked as one of the top three movie producing countries in the world, then you can expect a lot from them. Yeah, and the movies that come from the US are really, yeah, in terms of equipment and all this, you see they have high standards, really
right,
far
right,
more high standards. Yeah, so that's
right,
one thing. We see them in the theaters. We bring in movies to theaters, American movies and everything. You filming the every. I'm not talking. We're not talking about the casts now. When the way the equipment, the filming and everything, the technical
right,
details are always they're always on point. That's one thing. They are
right.
always on point. They use them. Yeah. So it's different. I think it's quite different, and that has to do with the budget too as well. Over there, I know they will spend a lot on those kind of things. Filming
Yeah,
far more than what we do here. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think so too. I feel and I'm here. I'm from the United States, but I feel like sometimes that just in general, sometimes I think sometimes we get caught up in all the glitz and glam, the shiny, like just say for example, and I'm just comparing, and I may get in trouble for this one too, but like say for instance, so I have a Roku platform, a TV channel on Roku. You can download it, FYI. Going to the channel store and just click download, and add it to your smart TV. And short, Dr. Harris and some other people that we know has similar things that we could add, I think. But I noticed that sometimes by us having so much access to different platforms, they I think that you're right when you say that their expectations are so much more higher. Like no one wants to, no one wants to start from the beginning. Everyone wants to go to the glitz and glam and not and just using the two platforms differences as an example. Tubi is well known. Millions of movies are there, right? And it's a possibility that your movie may be seen and maybe not because you have more choices, so many more choices. Or it may take a longer time. You may get paid for it as well, eventually. Okay. However, versus the platform that is less known or is building, um, no, instead of putting in the work yourself, instead of putting in the work yourself and saying, okay, well, I'm going to take this advertising money, the same money that I was going to use to put on Tubi, to have a movie advertised on Tubi. I'm going to put it on this other platform where I know that it'll be viewed and seen, more choice to be seen. Going to take, and not saying have it to give it to me, but you could take your own advertising money and promote it wherever. But instead of doing that, you would, some people would most likely put it on another, because of the glitz and glam and the popularity. But it's still still not the chance of being seen. Versus, you understand what I'm saying? Am I saying it correctly? You understand? And I don't know. That's just me. And I mean, I may get chewed out by that, but that's just my my thing. I understand how people want to be able to have things go quickly, but a lot of things, I don't know. I was always told that anything that is quick is usually has some kind of catch to it, or isn't going to last as long. I don't know. So that's the way that I view, the way that I feel. What about you guys? What do you think about what I just said? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said, okay, go on, Mr. Kunle. Let me.
So you go, no, go ahead, go ahead. I just spoke before you came in. I've just
Mhm.
Okay, so
spoken.
what's your
So
question again?
I said, what is your view on what I mentioned about what I was talking about?
Okay,
Not really a question,
okay. Regarding how
your view.
regarding how people go for the glitz and the
Yes.
glamour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Sometimes people get confused with what the big stuff's out there. But you see, there is usually diamond in the rough or diamonds in the dirt. Do you understand? That's also one of the reason why it makes so much sense to invest locally, because there's so
Mm-hmm.
much opportunities in little stops, right? So it's easy for me to get my film on Europe network
Mm-hmm.
than for me to begin to chase Netflix, whereby Netflix will tell me you need to do this, you need. So okay, let me put it this way, right? Uh, there are so many filmmakers chasing Netflix and Hulu and the rest of them,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they're not being able to get to that platform. But the majority, I'm talking about Africa now, majority of Africans don't really watch Netflix. Do you
Right.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we settle for what is easy to be assessed and ignore the glamour and the glitz?
Right. Right.
You're absolutely correct.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Or even someone who's willing to help.
Yes, it also goes through into the sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to produce some TV shows here in Ghana. So it is easy to get your products or your business reach out to millions of people with an easy to be accessed network than trying to get your product or your business advertised on the huge network, because there are too many advertisers there. So it's hard for your business to get recognized. You'll be lost in the source.
Right.
But when it's a network that is not too crowded with too many advertisers, it becomes
Right.
easy for your product to be seen and known, because there's a lot of attention on that platform by the viewers, and of course the viewers are the patronizers.
Right. Right. Of course. That's the way that I feel. That's exactly what I was saying. I mean, to me, that goes with anything. And then, just as us as a community, as a Black community, I think that it's too less less of people who are willing to not help each other.
Mm-hmm.
I think the
Yeah.
more, if we actually build together and work together, we're actually pretty powerful, smart, powerful,
Right.
people, and because and determined, because we've gone through so much as just a people, or just as our kids, or just currently, you know it if one person would or someone would recognize that, or put that together, and be willing to say, hey, I see in you, I see what you have, I see the contributions, I see, then, and build that person to where you are, and then that person that's above you build you to that. Do you know that we could actually be powerful? And that's the fear. But I think we actually can. um I mean, just us here, but not just here, but just worldwide. The people who actually have the drive are willing to do the work, willing to be. Because of course,
Mm-hmm.
there's some people who don't have it, who's not interested, who don't. But the ones that do could really set the huge example for the whole world. Can can set the example for everyone. Oh, he's gone again. Well, um, when he comes back, I know he's having some issues with his stream. I'm going to see if I can send him another link. Maybe that link may be damaged, maybe expired or so.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, here he comes again. Okay, but hey, so I'm glad you're back. So anyway, um, tell me about, you have a movie that's coming out, right?
Yes,
Tell me
you're
about your
correct.
movie. I know you have, well, let me back up. You have a few movies that's coming out, actually. But
You're
but
right.
most recent current one that you were telling me about is Bed of Thorns, right?
Yes, yes,
That's
Bed of Thorns.
okay. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what you have, what that is?
Okay, so uh, two films. One is Epic, and the other one is O'Brien. So the other one is Divine Bargain. We're going to talk about that some other time. So let's talk about
Okay.
Bed of Thorns. So Bed of Thorns is a story that I wrote, and I have this partner. He's actually one of the biggest cinematographer in Ghana. He's called Alfred, but he's popularly known as Lyrical, right? So he
Mhm.
reached out to me. He said he wants to produce that story because he knows about the story. And the good part of it is we had uh, this Nigerian guy. He works with Jimike. Jimike is a renowned actor, Nollywood actor. So he
Mhm.
said he would want to executive produce it. So God used him to executive produce that, and he was also an actor in the film. So, Bed of Thorns is a story surrounding a couple that always disagree. So somebody was like, so why are they married if they disagree all the time? So here in Africa, sometimes people get married due to attention, due to pressure. So these couples got married out of pressure, uh, parental pressure. So they got married, but they have too many differences. The disagreement is on the hard side. So their marriage fell out, but something tangible happened. In the course of their disagreement, they started understanding themselves, even in their diversity,
Mhm.
right? So when they separated, they realized that it was actually fun being together, even as couple. They couldn't find they couldn't find a replacement for themselves. So they had to come back together, find common
Mhm.
ground, and remarried themselves again. So they renewed their marriage vows. So that was what Bed of Thorns. So those period at which they were experiencing, they were having differences. They were actually sleeping on beds, on the bed full of thorns. So that was
Okay.
actually, yeah, that's actually what the film was all about. And we had Dr. Angela Harris star in the film. Yeah, she made a cameo appearance, and it was a blessing.
Yes,
So
I'm
the
sure.
yeah, yeah, the teaser of it is actually out. I'm going to share the link with you, and the official trailer will be out soon.
Okay, that would be great. I would love to see that. I'd like to, when you have the official trailer too, I'd like to attach it to this, to this live too. So when I post it, I'll put the trailer there so people can see it. Okay.
Surely, sure.
But I'm excited about it. I'm excited
Yeah,
about it because I think that that actually is something that's realistic that that happens a lot of time. People marry for so many different reasons nowadays other than love. You know.
yes. In this film, it was more of pressure. So this guy's dad, yeah, his dad was pressured. Okay, so this is what happened, right? His dad has a will. He willed everything to him, and his dad was having health challenge. So his dad noticed that this guy is he's into life. He loves life, and he wasn't taking the family business seriously. So the dad was like, you know what? Before I leave this earth, I want to see you have a son or you have a child. I want to see my grandchild before I leave because you're not taking your life seriously. So the pressure from his dad was so much that he had to go, get married to this girl that was recommended to him by his pastor.
Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to the main character. His name is Sam Nelson. He owns the production, Sam Nelson Production. He did amazingly well with his acting skill, and
Okay.
he's an actor that we're gonna be. Nollywood is gonna be looking out for Sam Nelson soon because he's doing amazing work.
Goodness. Okay. Well, that's amazing. So, so I guess when you actually cast it for that, how did you cast for that type of movie?
Yes. So sometimes when I write stories, I have story. I have characters in mind while scripting or while writing a story. Yes. So the producer of the film, that's Alfred Quay. So when he saw the script, he uh, did the casting. He did the casting alongside with me, and he had a very good and amazing suggestion. And most of the cast are people that I know. They're actually renowned actors here in Ghana, and some were new to me. And when we got on set, I started getting used to some of them. We decasted. We did some decast though, so it was even from the decasting that I was like, oh wait, Dr. Angela Harris is in Ghana, and she would really fit this character. So her
Okay.
daughter in the movie and herself, they really bonded. That's Haley Sumne. She's one of the A-list actors here in Ghana. So their bond, their roles really matched because
Right.
yeah, their roles really matched. So when I thought of who's gonna play Haley's mom, and I realized that Dr. Harris, she's in Ghana, and I called her. I said, hey, would you like to be in a movie? I said, Kenny, I'm not an actor. I said, don't worry, you're gonna do extremely well. And when she killed it, she
Yeah,
killed
there's
it. So
some
shout
people
out
that
to
just
Dr.
have it
Harris.
naturally. There's some people that just have
Yeah,
some things naturally, you know.
yeah.
So I think that that's the perfect role for her. I can see that. I can see that. So I'm excited to see the film. Actually, I'm excited. So
Yes.
and excited to see it for everybody. I'm sure everyone did a great job. Honestly, really
Yes.
did. And
Hmm.
I would love to be able to see the trailer as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well,
Another thing,
uh-huh.
and another thing, and I know you have something to say, right?
It's okay.
Another thing I'm going to say, I said this to Dr. Harris as well. You see, every African American out there have to start rooting for Africa. I know most of you are doing this, but you see, the entertainment space here is beginning to get corrupted by by white distributors and by white investors. So it's high time African Americans in the entertainment space need to start investing in the entertainment industry here in Africa, because I know you guys are not happy and cool with what Donald Trump is doing. So this is God speaking to y'all to return back home and start investing in the entertainment industry here. The population is here, so you don't have no fears. You don't have no
Right.
fear. The population is here, and the numbers is the money.
Right. Very true. Well, I tell you, I may be
Airport
one
is
of the
open.
first. I may be one of those people doing that soon.
You should.
Mm,
You should.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, um, well, thank you for coming on. I don't want to keep you too long, but I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to me. Oh, kindly
No
his
problem.
I know the connection hasn't been the greatest. Sometimes it's hard to find the connection to from so far away over to here, which we're working on fixing
Mhm.
that, finding the best
No
connection.
problem. No
But
problem.
we are streaming the Roku, so once I figure that out, it may make the connection a little bit better. We do it just from
No
there.
problem.
But
So
please tell everybody I said hello,
no
and
problem.
and that you want to go ahead, and I know you have some other things and some other movies and stuff coming up. Did you want to put your social media and thing out there so people can connect with you? And I'll
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity, and yeah, thank you so much once again. So everyone watching, yeah, y'all follow this show. It's amazing. I know you've been trying to get me. I think I missed uh the last time, but I'm here now. So
Mhm.
y'all can follow me. More Plus Multimedia is my production handle. More Plus MREPLUS, then Multimedia. It's my production house, and I'm Kenny D on Facebook. And yeah, I'm not too much big on getting my face or my name out there. I'm much more interested in getting my works and my actors that I manage out there.
Right.
So yeah, yeah,
Okay. Well, no problem. No problem. And also, maybe, I'm sure there's some people around everywhere that may want to travel. Never know, may want to come out there for your castings. And then, also social media is big everywhere. So,
yes,
people could also connect with you for castings and things, right?
yes. A big event coming up on the 17th and the 19th of July. That is the Emerge Us Conference.
Ah,
It's a combination of multiple events. One of them you already know, which is the Black I Am Awards. It's happening on the 19th in
oh,
Ghana.
it's gonna want to be
On the 19th, on the
there.
19th, it's happening. That's one of the reasons Dr. Harris is here. Yeah, a couple of people be coming from the US. I know you didn't know about this. Maybe you would have planned your trip. So get yourself together before December. You'll be coming to Nigeria or Liberia.
Okay, I would love it. Well,
Yes,
one day I
yes,
keep telling her one day I'm gonna get out there. I was supposed to. She had invited me to come out there. It may have been this year, but I missed it. I missed it due to
yes.
some stuff
Yes.
happening.
So yeah, 17th. We had a press conference yesterday. Virtually all the media in Ghana was assembled for them to ask us questions about the event. So 17th, 19th, the Emergers Conference, a time where you already know what happens during the Black I Am Awards. So we imagine Africans together for them to understand the value and the importance of them being Africans, and of course there will be so much happening, so much opportunities, so much doors will be opened, and yeah, so much.
Okay,
So
okay.
fingers crossed.
Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. Well, thank you again for watching for being on the show. I'm sorry. And I think Kunle, he had to leave, maybe the connection and thing. But I am definitely going to post this in the places. You can watch it on Roku. You can download it in the channel store, Armani Red INT TV. Add it to your TV, and then look for this show, which is called Film Screening Lab. Okay, Armani Red
Okay.
INTV Film Screening Lab. And then I'll have your name on it, and then also it's streaming on YouTube right now, multi-stream, as well as Daily Motion. But yeah, I'll put it all those different places. Also, it's on Twitch and Facebook as well. But and also my website at ArmaniEntertainmentGroup.online. Okay,
Okay.
so thanks again. And we'll
Appreciate it.
talk to you soon.
No
Thank you.
problems. Nice having you. Nice having me. I appreciate it.
It's very nice having you. And
All
enjoyed our
right.
conversations, and we'll talk to you soon. All
All right.
right.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye bye.